Hello and welcome to Cryptonews.
Today is the 11th of March, 2023, and the top news for crypto is as follows.
We're going to go Credit Suisse, which is a Swiss company that deals with investment services, which is delaying its 2022 report after a delayed call from the SEC. However, as you can see, it's not doing too well, and it's already saying that for 2022 it has a huge loss of $7.8 billion. And if I remember correctly, the last company that delayed its SEC report went into a tilt. So there are huge concerns about this company that it could go out of business. And on top of that, Signature Bank, their stock is down well under 12% because of all the volatility in the crypto market and the collapse of Silvergate. And of those companies that may collapse, I'll take you to one that definitely collapsed. And I'm talking about Silicon Valley Bank, which is a bank that was shut down by the California financial regulator. Because there were too many liquidity fears about this bank, so this bank was shut down to prevent the worst from happening. And insured depositors can expect their money to be withdrawn on Monday. And unfortunately inside this bank they had too many cryptos invested in the crypto market. What we know so far is that Yuga Labs had invested inside this bank. Avalanche had $1.6 million in this bank. BlockFi had $227 million of unsecured funds inside Silicon Valley Bank. And last and best, Circle, the company that puts out the USDC, has a reserve fund essentially worth $9.8 billion, and part of that is inside Silicon. We don't know the exact amount, but it's not the best thing going on right now. The last we've learned is that Silicon Valley Bank Finance, which is the parent company of Silicon Valley Bank, is planning to be acquired. Which is a very, very normal thing, as you can understand. And we're going to go back to Circle's USDC, which he says has withstood net redemptions worth $1 billion. And let me say at this point that it has withstood much more than that. Just a few days ago it had close to $43 billion. And right now, as we speak, it has $37 billion in market cap. I will say at this point that this morning, about 3 to 4 hours since I had started looking at the news, it had $41 billion. But I can't say it has exactly withstood the redemptions. Because as you can see, his currency should have been $1. And it's down to 80 cents. Which is incredibly tragic for probably the biggest stable coin we have in the crypto market. Not in terms of market cap, in terms of the companies that back it. And very large companies like BlackRock, for example, and Coinbase. And as you can see, things are not going too well. And if something much worse happens to this particular stablecoin, we're not seen very well in the crypto market in general. And we're going to get to our last news of the day. And we're going to go to Hedera, which is the company behind Hedera. Confirms that it has been hacked. They've found, they say, the problem themselves and they're fixing it. And until the problem is fixed, Hedera's mainnet is unfortunately closed. All servers are disconnected. And when the problem is solved, then they'll all be back online. And they're doing this, as you can understand, to prevent more theft. And to say at this point, we're still not sure how much money has been stolen from Hedera, and what smart contracts have been affected. All of that is still under investigation. And we're going to go to the crypto market as well, which so far is holding steady, with Bitcoin having found this little bit of resistance here, at about $20,000. But unfortunately the latest negative news I've found on the crypto market is jobs in America, which increased by 311,000 in February. And that's way more than estimates, because their estimates said that jobs would increase by only 225,000. And as you can see, they've exceeded that by a huge margin. And that may sound like positive news, but to us it's negative news, because that's the kind of numbers that the Fed and Mr. Powell are looking at. And he says, well, I've got a strong economy, so I can raise interest rates a little bit more. And as I've told you in the Cryptonics, they're already thinking about going from 0.5% to 0.25%. And one of the reasons they're doing this increase is that they see that jobs are growing, and their economy can sustain those rate increases. And we'll just wait for the news.
And that was the top news for crypto. Today 11th of March, 2023.
Let me remind you that the content you watch. It's content created for educational purposes only, and in no way constitutes investment advice, only investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment, which comments can be replied to at the end of the episode. Be well everyone, have a good day.